Hello, good morning. I had no idea this was even going on today, and I figured I better fire something up to capture it. Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Let's go. Be curious to see what's going on with this. Like I said, I just completely ditched on the whole thing. So no, certainly no warning, no nothing. Be curious, like I say again, curious to see what this is gonna bring. Just gotta grab a couple of things. Oops, wrong thing. But good morning. Hope everyone's doing well. Oh, there's the countdown. Let's...
Deep in space, a research station was suddenly struck by a cosmic storm.
It's always curious to see some classic looking at
15
anime.
years later, its survivors are living peacefully. But the threat of another cosmic storm is coming up fast. Maki and Omura, two young explorers, must now brave galactic dangers and save all that's left of their home. Teamwork is key in this two-player co-op adventure. You'll need a few tools to survive. The scrap hook grabs and moves platforms so you can carve a path forward. The liquid launcher blasts water to activate mechanisms and cool down scorching surfaces. And the beam cannon fires a stream of super hot heat to destroy obstacles, open doors, and more. Use the tools together, and you might discover unexpected solutions to puzzles.
Hopefully it's not too loud.
While exploring, you can encounter strange life forms, or opt for a detour and take a little travel break. With GameShare, two players can adventure together locally or online if one person has the game. Can these two brave explorers save their home? Orbitals launches exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system this summer.
Exclusively, huh? It's kind of obnoxious, but I mean,
welcome
hey, I get
to
it.
Today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase.
But is it, wait,
in this
is it going to be exclusive or is it going to be a timed
games
exclusive?
from our publishing and
I guess I would
development
have said
partners
so.
coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems.
I'll give Nintendo that. They're at least keeping co-op alive, couch co-op alive.
Exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2 this summer. We hope you're looking forward to this intergalactic co-op puzzle adventure. Okay, let's take a look at some upcoming Nintendo Switch games.
But I'll probably wait and see if it'll come to PC. What the hell?
In the waters of Issei Bay, on an island where legends of mermaids have been passed down, a tale of mysteries and curses stirs. The latest Paranormacite mystery adventure is coming to the Nintendo
Mermaid's
Switch
Curse.
system. The story follows Yuza Minakuchi, a boy who works as a pearl diver. One day, while gathering on the seafloor, he encounters another version of himself. This phenomenon is just the beginning. Soon, other strange incidents begin to plague the island. A girl with no memories, strangers searching for treasure, and a housewife investigating victims of drowning. Speaking to those involved is a natural part of the investigation, but you'll also need to search deep within the waters of Issei Bay. As each of their motives intertwine, the story connects to the mermaid legend told centuries ago. Paranormacite, The Mermaid's Curse, launches on
Intriguing.
Nintendo Switch
Not my gameplay
February
style, but
19th.
I mean,
Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
later today.
Battle for World Glory. A new Captain Tsubasa game is kicking its way onto Nintendo Switch. Choose from a roster of over 110 characters, representing 22 teams. Score with powerful
I can appreciate
shots
at
from
least
the
the sports
original
games
work,
that take things
as well
over the
as
top,
newly
and
added special
being based off
moves
an anime
that
works
give passes,
perfectly.
blocks, dribbles, and
I just wish we'd get
tackles
more,
and
though.
boosts. Go on the offensive against elite competitors as you aim for victory. Gear up for sensational soccer action when Captain Tsubasa 2 World Fighters launches on the Nintendo Switch system this year. Next up are games
Neat.
heading to Nintendo Switch 2,
don't know what else to say to that
including
one.
some games that will also be available on Nintendo Switch.
You know, I completely missed
A
with those
life or
previous
death
games
fight
too, if
for
they were just
survival
Switch 2 or not.
begins. It was a normal day until a cave-in befell the city of Tokyo. As the dust settles, our protagonist, Anne, discovers an underground world deep below the metropolis. But she's not alone. Creatures called Xeno populate the unknown expanse. If you're found by a Xeno, it's game over.
That's it. Massive ass looking
Fighting is
velociraptor.
not an option, so quick thinking and decision making are vital to your survival. Analyze their patterns and find the best route to make your escape. Activate traps in each area to lure and ensnare any stalking Xeno.
Huh.
And by using game
I was
share,
almost thinking it's gonna be kind of
up to
a
4 players can share
alien
controls,
isolation sort of thing,
including
but
Anne's
you got
movement
actual
and
traps and
camera
stuff
adjustments.
to get it into.
Whether locally or online,
That's interesting, at least.
coordinating with your friends is key to making it out alive.
Oh, and they can fight each other. Okay.
Survive the subterranean depths in Tokyo Scramble.
I can always
Launching
get behind that when
exclusively
they,
on Nintendo Switch 2, February 11th. Pre-orders begin later
When enemy
today
AIs can
on
attack
Nintendo
each other.
eShop. Awaken your Viking spirit. Battle, build, and conquer in this massive survival game. How you go about it is entirely up to you. You could start by gathering materials around the woods. Fashion a bow and arrows to
All right,
hunt
survival
wildlife
game.
and prepare meals. With an axe, you can chop trees to build a house. Yikes, don't get hit by
I haven't
falling
seen
trees.
to the chat mention Valheim or
Build pillars, install beams, construct walls, make the roof, and even add a fireplace. Now you're safe, even from the cold. Wait, is this ventilated? Don't forget the chimney too. By upgrading your crafting stations, you can make items of higher quality. And once you've built a ship, set sail on the high seas to reach new lands and create even more strongholds. Plus, up to 10 players online can explore this vast world together. Now, go forth and survive in Valheim, launching on Nintendo Switch 2 this year.
Oh, it is Valheim. I didn't even pay attention to that at the start of it.
Games.
My bad.
Return to the kingdom of Hallownest and fight back the infection.
I haven't even
in this
tried Valheim yet. I probably should one of these days.
Dodge,
I've heard it's
dash,
good.
And slash through this 2D action adventure platformer, now with enhanced visuals and improved frame rates on Nintendo Switch 2. Equip charms.
That seems to be quite the thing that they are really promoting with the Switch 2 is like get the little upgrades to then make the game perform better on the Switch 2.
Descend into a world of insects and heroes when
I mean, I guess it beats the hell out of having to buy the whole game entirely again, but
launches on Nintendo Switch 2 later today. Nintendo Switch 2 players who have Hollow Knight on Nintendo Switch can upgrade to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition for free with the upgrade pack.
it feels like just another way to kind of nickel and dime you.
Reborn from Pro Evolution Soccer is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
If you already bought the game, why do you have to buy this DLC just to make it perform better on the new system? That seems silly.
Around the globe in World Tour mode. Join an exciting competition where national teams face off every 4 years in the International Cup Tournament. Or play with friends locally or online to prove who's at the top of their game. Experience the excitement of soccer and aim to be the best in the world when eFootball Kickoff launches on Nintendo Switch 2 this summer. Travel through 4 ages in a brand new HD 2D action RPG. Explore the age of safekeeping.
I was playing Final Fantasy Tactics just yesterday, and this seems like, you know, if you did something in the style like this, it would work just fine. If you did like
a time
Meteor Epic and Timo's talking about doing a Final Fantasy Tactics 2, and this could be like a style you can just kind of keep it in.
In each age, the scenery and citizens of Elliot's hometown will change. You can also obtain some weapons and magic unique to certain time periods. A story spanning time will soon begin. The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales, launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system June 18th. Have a blast with Super Bomberman games from the Super NES era. Play the first Super Bomberman
on the Nintendo 64.
To the culmination of the series, Super Bomberman 5, including titles previously unreleased worldwide. The Famicom versions of Bomberman and Bomberman 2 are also included. Plus, there's a brand new Boss Rush mode, as well as Game Share support. Super Bomberman Collection launches on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch later today. The unknown journey continues.
Oh, God.
The second entry in the Final Fantasy VII Remake series is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
In the Melee Games Discord yesterday.
In pursuit of his arch nemesis Sephiroth, Cloud Strife and his comrades escape the city of Midgar and embark on a journey
timeline
across
multiverse
the vast
bounces
world.
to screw with other realities.
Traverse the planet on chocobos, wheelies, in a buggy, or other modes of transportation. Team up with allies in battles, blending action and strategy.
It's just funny that basically there's an aversion to the meme with Final Fantasy VII that they just basically did. If you've ever seen it, it's like where the discs are all separate and they're all, you all pay for it individually, and then there's like the Revive Aerith DLC and stuff like that. If I can find it, I'll put it on the screen really quick. So it's funny that that's basically what this whole quote-unquote remake is what you're getting.
In their pursuit of Sephiroth, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth launches on Nintendo Switch 2 June 3rd. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Yay! I was hoping they were going to go a little bit longer with that silly trailer, but
While investigating a lunar research station, an
Pragmata.
injury befalls spacefarer Hugh Williams. With him is Diana, an android called a Pragmata.
There you are. All better.
Classified as unauthorized
Oh, God.
intruders, the two are targeted by the station AI, which sends enemy
Be
bots
lolly bait
after
for
them.
people.
Come on, gun work.
These bots have near impenetrable armor,
I think I can help.
but with Diana's hacking skills, you can break down their defenses.
Initiating hack.
What the heck was that?
By moving the cursor through panels toward the green goal, you can hack the enemy bots.
There's no time to explain. Shoot now.
Once their weak points are exposed,
I
fire
don't know, that
away.
seems a little clunky to have for a
Depending on the
third-person
nodes
action
you pass
game.
through, you can modify the damage and effects.
It's one
of a
thing to
hack.
have like little hacking spots in the game to unlock areas
Each
and everything like that, but to fight
split-second
enemies?
can change the outcome of battle.
Energy.
I don't know, that comes off
What
a little
truths will
clunky
the
to me,
two
but
find
I
in
mean,
this
I could be wrong.
AI-controlled lunar station?
So it's not one of your bot buddies?
Overdrive protocol. Initiate.
Yeah, baby. We did it. This is how we say good job.
And what will Diana learn on this journey? Pragmata launches on Nintendo Switch 2, April 24th. A demo will
It's
be
an
available
interesting
later today
idea.
on Nintendo eShop.
With the combat style, but that just like again, that
We
seems
hope
a
you're
little
looking
clunky in my
forward to
eyes.
fast-paced combat and exploration with the unique combination of
Like
hacking
slows it down a
and
bit
shooting.
too.
Let's continue with more headlines.
Well, I guess not because it's meant to be quick
Journey
quick
to
in the
the
moment
Lost
to try and
Lands.
decode the thing. But
Become a legendary Turok warrior in this intergalactic action
Turok
shooter.
Origins.
To stop an alien threat from destroying all human life, you'll journey solo or with a team of warriors online and battle all sorts of primal creatures in ferocious combat. Swap between first-person and third-person perspectives as you unleash weapons, melee attacks, and special abilities to devastate foes. Extract DNA from fallen enemies and the environment to upgrade your arsenal, evolve your mantle, and unlock even more abilities called Echo Sinks to gain a greater edge in combat. As you venture across breathtaking worlds, you'll unravel the mysteries that ultimately hold the key to saving humanity. Turok Origins launches on Nintendo Switch 2 this fall.
we have not been able to get Turok right for some time, and I doubt that this is going to be
Uncover
it.
the
But it'll be
truth
interesting
of
to see
Xanadu.
what it's going to be like.
In a Japan where Kyoto is the capital, another world exists that's encroaching on our own. A world where monsters roam free. A boy named Ray must use his newly awakened powers against the threat as he joins Hirasaka Academy, a school for gifted students. The Academy's goal? Conquer Xanadu, the great labyrinth rumored to be the origin of this other world. While traversing the labyrinth, hone your abilities and reshape the terrain to expand the range of your exploration. Then,
I was
take
like,
on
what are we
dangerous
going
enemies
for
in
this one? Now
3D
it's a
action RPG
3D,
combat.
2D platformer.
Use your powers to overcome foes.
There we go.
Outside the labyrinth, improve your stats. And spend time with your friends as you prepare to conquer Xanadu. The battle between man and monster begins. Discover the truth when Kyoto Xanadu launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems this summer. Check out these anime-style games. It's time to evolve in the
Digimon.
latest Digimon story game, One day, a powerful blast causes the world to collapse and sends you 8 years into the past. With over 450 Digimon to collect, adventure through the human world.
I feel like there's been getting more and more Digimon games as time has gone on.
And on Nintendo Switch 2, you can select Quality Mode, playing in 4K at 30 frames per second, or Performance Mode, playing in full HD at 60 frames per second.
You're still not gonna...
Digimon Story Time Stranger launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems July 10th.
Those graphic snobs are still not gonna be happy with even that sort of level of performance.
An adventure set high in the sky is soaring in.
But good to see more Digimon
from
games,
a roster
at least.
of over 20 characters, each with their own fighting style. Channel the power of teamwork and summon mighty primal beasts to vanquish your enemies. You can also team up in local or online multiplayer.
Oh, okay. So an online slot.
Grand Blue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 9th. The latest Monster Hunter Stories game is flying in. Your monster allies, called Monsties, can learn special abilities through a ceremony called the Rite of Channeling. Raise your Monsties as you travel the world.
Wait, so they're turning Monster Hunter
on the
into...
brink of disaster. Monsters are on the verge of extinction.
Into basically a monster battle game?
Trying to save the world will have to contend with an even greater threat. Monster Hunter Stories 3.
I've never played any of the Monster Hunter Stories.
Soars onto Nintendo
This
Switch
is the
2,
third iteration. I
March
never
13th.
played the previous two, so
A
I'm
demo
unaware.
will
It just
be
seems
available
funny
later
that
today
now
on
that they have
Nintendo
them
eShop.
battling each other too.
Save data can be transferred to the full game once purchased.
Whatever happened to Monster
titles are
Rancher? I'd
joining
love
the
to see
archives.
that series make a return. Although you can't really do it the same way like it was originally, where you got to use random discs to
Rave Racer, published
spawn
by
in
Namco
monsters
in
and stuff.
1995, speeds into the Arcade Archives 2 lineup,
Oh, that's cool.
aim for first place
Archiving
in a
arcade
race
games
against
as well.
your rivals. And get ready for a new line of home console titles.
Ooh.
Console Archives is on the way. Doraemon,
Yep.
Sonic Wings Special, and more will be released over time. The first wave of Console Archives titles includes Cool Borders and Ninja Gaiden 2, The Dark Sword of Chaos. These titles will be available on Nintendo Switch 2 later today.
Console Archives. So wait, that seems entirely separate then than the way they had it with like on the different systems, where they have like the Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, and stuff like that. They didn't say it was like either system for Cool Borders, because I'm pretty sure wasn't Cool Borders also on consoles? Oh, 2K26, huh? Star Trek Voyager? Oh god, this just looks like the... What is it? The Fallout Shelters. Oh jeez, that's what they're doing to Star Trek now, is making a Fallout Shelters tier mobile game? God damn, dude. That's sad. Why not, like... Although I guess that was a PC release for Bridge Commander and stuff like that. Like, maybe bring back those old games. You know what? Never mind. I take that back. Don't do that. Lord knows what it would be screwed up with. Goal Simulator 3. What the hell?
Wake up, little June.
Why are you hiding?
Let's make some noise.
Tales of Arise. This is like the speedrun edition of these games.
We found another body. I need your eyes on the crime scene.
When a string of mysterious deaths occurs across America,
Ruh-roh. Oh, this is Resident
FBI
Evil Requiem.
analyst Grace Ashcroft is captured by the suspect while investigating the case.
What did it do to me?
Oh no.
In her attempt to escape, Grace comes up against unknown threats.
I don't know. The
limited
Resident Evil
supply of
series I've
healing
just not
items
been
and
into for a
ammunition
while.
are
The
at her
last one I
disposal.
really played through was probably 5.
Will she confront the threats head on? Or save her ammo for the next encounter?
I think no, sorry. I played through Leon's
For
story
Grace,
in
impending
Resident Evil
doom
6.
is always close at hand.
What the fuck?
Meanwhile, another agent working for an anti-bioterrorism organization is also on the case.
Yep.
Leon S. Kennedy.
Oh, is this what the game 2 where I've been hearing they've like muscled out Leon and made him look all
With
jacked
his
and
physical
shit?
prowess, Leon can parry an opponent's attack, then strike to break the stunned opponent's stance in close quarters combat. He can fire from a distance using handguns and rifles, or use an
He's got
enemy's
terrible
weapon
aim.
against them. Leon has a varied arsenal of attacks at his disposal. This game features both third-person and first-person camera perspectives, and you can change your perspective at any time.
But you had to go in through the menu to do that.
There
At
are
least that
multiple
one
difficulty options
of the games that they just showed, you could
including a mode for less
the truck you
experienced
could flip
players
between.
that features
You had to go
aim
through the
assist.
menu settings. But I mean, come on, Resident
Guide
Evil's been
Grace
third
as she
person.
attempts to escape
Although I know
unprecedented
was it
terrors,
7 and stuff, they've
Leon,
had a
who
first-person
relies on
perspective.
strength to carve his own path. What will they discover when their fates intertwine? Resident Evil Requiem launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system February 27th.
I am so out of the
Pre-orders are
loop on these damn
available
Resident Evil
now
games now.
on Nintendo eShop. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard and Resident Evil Village will also be available the same day. Horror-filled excitement awaits whether you play these games or Resident Evil Requiem first. Plus, a Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller featuring original art is releasing alongside the games. Amiibo figures of Grace and Leon
and
will also be
there's-
available this summer. You can scan them to receive in-game weapon skins. Resident Evil Requiem, the latest entry in the Resident Evil series, is launching later this month. You can also look forward to a creator's voice video featuring a member of the Resident Evil Requiem development team. The video will release in the near future. Next is our last announcement.
Ooh, the last announcement. Oh, that's
Hey everybody, from all of us here at
Damn you,
Bethesda Game
Todd.
Studios. If you're like us, Nintendo has meant so much to you from your early days of gaming to now. It was incredible for us
Don't listen to his
partner
lines,
on the
chat.
original Switch.
Never listen
and
to
it was
his
just such
lies.
a great piece of hardware and also so personal when you play. We're excited to finally bring a number of our franchises for the first time
Oh, no.
to Nintendo. We hope you all enjoy the
wait.
journey.
First time they've already brought Skyrim. They
Vault Dwellers, welcome home.
oh god.
Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition is emerging on Nintendo Switch 2. Scavenge, shoot, build, and create alliances as you reshape the wasteland and what remains of civilization. Every choice matters. Fancy yourself
We've heard
a
that
smooth
before.
talker,
Don't
or
push
planning
those
to
lies
pump
on us,
up your
Todd.
Power armor. Choose from hundreds of perks that
You know
fit
those
your
choices really
playstyle.
don't give a shit.
Every road leads somewhere new. From the heart of Diamond City to the shadowy corners of forgotten vaults. The Commonwealth is packed
Fallout
with
is not the
stories
series it
waiting to
used to be.
uncovered.
Even like with Fallout 2 was the beginning of the end.
Experience 6 official expansions and over
Fallout 3 they
150
kind of
creation
tried,
club
but then
items
after
to
that,
expand your
with
adventure.
4 and stuff, and
Grab your
it's
Pip-Boy
just never been the
and
same.
traverse the wasteland in Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, launching on Nintendo Switch 2, February 24th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. The year is 1937. Sinister forces are on the
Indiana
hunt for an
Jones.
ancient power, and only one person can stop them.
Watch me.
Embark on a globe-trotting cinematic adventure in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade. Indy will
that's when
journey
it's supposed to
around the
take
world
place?
to uncover the mystery
I
behind
was,
the Great
I was
Circle.
curious about that, but I never
From
really
the
heard what
pyramids
the
of Giza
timeline was.
to the sunken temples of Sukhothai and beyond. Use your wits to infiltrate historic areas and solve fiendish puzzles. Or use your whip to face off against dangerous foes and explore a world full of daring escapes and unforgettable encounters.
Watch out!
Adventure calls when Indiana Jones and the Great Circle launches on Nintendo Switch 2, May 12th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Explore the vast landscape of Cyrodiil in the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered.
Okay, so they're getting Oblivion now.
Experience this renowned open-world RPG now on a Nintendo system for the first time. Freely customize your character to match your playstyle. Then adventure amongst an unforgettable cast of characters
By the grace of the gods, I serve Tambriel as her ruler.
and fight back the Daedra to close shut the
I
jaws
still,
of Oblivion.
I still laughed that I found a major bug
Master
with that game
ranged or
too.
melee weapons.
I
Wield
was even
powerful
thinking of
magic,
I was even
or
gonna like
use
write up a
stealth
bug
skills to
report and
best your
post it on
foes.
X and
In
everything.
this remastered version,
Because if you
character
normally on the
models,
PC
weapons,
version,
even rocks
when I was
and
playing
sweet
it
rolls
through
have
the
all been
and this was
meticulously
through the
recreated.
Xbox
Combat
Game Pass
animations
and
have
stuff,
also
I
been
got the
updated to give
access
them
to
a
it.
modernized touch.
Normally with other
Plus,
with
the
other
Shivering Isles
Bethesda
and Knights
games,
of the Nine
if you
expansions
bring up
are
the
included alongside the main story to take
the
your
console
adventure
command and you
even
hit Q
further.
it
Step
completely
through
closes
the
out the game,
gates
no problem.
once more
Instead, when I did it with the
Elder
Oblivion
Scrolls
Remastered,
4
it completely
Oblivion
crashed everything
Remastered
out.
launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system this year. We hope you're excited for these games from Bethesda Softworks. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Thank you for watching.
I'd rather just happily buy the games once and be done. Yay! I think I saw, what was it, Lord Frogmire, he had his stream. He was like prepared to be disappointed. And I don't know, from the chat, I'm seeing a lot of L's firing across. They're not, I don't think they won over chat. Look at them go. Look at them go. I mean, some people are, some tomatoes. L. Yeah, there goes. I have my Nintendo Switch 1. I can't say I've really invested a lot of time and energy into the system itself. It's a little disappointing, but I knew it would probably happen. I have just become much more of a PC gamer as it is, but I'm always kind of curious of stuff like this. And I'll say, like, the first game they showed off, so this was in total almost an hour. Let's get basically hitting at the 58-minute mark, but let's see. Man, the chat's still going too. Jeez. Wow. So it started 30 minutes in. The first game.
By a cop.
I'd say like this game looked interesting for the art style, for the fact that it's kind of a classic looking anime and everything, and then the whole 3D platforming, has online and local co-op, split screen. Like I said, the art style is definitely the thing that kind of grasped me, and I was like, okay, that's actually, you know, not bad. That's at least what can keep a game looking timeless, is a good art direction, and this is pretty. It looks good. I always say that when I say that, I always preface it. It's like how with games nowadays is not of a big thing to make a game look good. But like I said, not a neat little art direction for it, giving it that classic look. But otherwise, like the rest of it, some of those games were just not up my alley. While I've loved back in the day Digimon games, that one just looked less like the monster raising ones that I would play, versus now it's like another kind of like, what was it? Not a detective game, but something else. And you have like X amount. Was a monster Digimon story? Yeah, I've heard of some of like the Digimon more story games, and I just haven't gotten really into those with that focus. But like, and then I mean, Bethesda dropping a lot of their games onto the Switch too now. Good old Todd, buy our games. Buy our games. Sorry, Todd. I have bought them once, and that's all I'm gonna do. I'm trying to find the meme that I was referring to. Where was it? For the Final Fantasy release. Because I mean the it's kind of funny how some of these memes will just kind of like almost in a sense predict the future of what's gonna happen. Where is it? I've got so many in here. Just for moments like this, I really wish I really should organize this folder better. Who cares if it was a partner direct? They expect us to buy these old games and games that look better on stronger consoles. Oh no. Person giving all the tomatoes. I mean, what was it too? The Valheim did look like low, just completely low everything. Lack of texture, definement. Yeah, like you might as well have just not. Like looking at this again, I didn't even realize that's what it was too. That was Valheim, because I think I missed the first announcement part. I mean, why not give it an art style? At least if you're going to port it onto the Switch, give it a style of it to define it for the console itself. That was at least, you know, once upon a time ago when you had the games on the Sega, on the Super Nintendo, oftentimes they had different styles to them, or even like different gameplay or different game almost altogether, but the same name. I'll always point to like the Jurassic Park games. Two entirely different style of games. One was the Super Nintendo one was an isometric shooter, and then you were going around collecting. You kind of had it's kind of I'd hate to say an open world, but that was kind of what it was going for, just 2D. And you had to go around, collect the raptor eggs to eventually destroy them all. And then they would go into like a first-person shooter mode whenever you went into any of the buildings and stuff like that. I still love that game to this day, even as clunky as the especially the first-person shooter end of it is. But I enjoyed it just for that, and then like was wandering around on the map fighting the dinosaurs when you needed to. But the soundtrack was comfy as hell. I'll still fire it up to this day. And then the Sega Genesis version was a 2D platformer. The fun part about that game was that they did let you play as a velociraptor. And, you know, I'll always enjoy getting to run around as a dinosaur, getting to eat human beings. So that was the fun thing if you ever played the Jurassic Park Lost World on PlayStation. You could play as a velociraptor, play as the T-Rex. The T-Rex is a blast. But I mean, like I said, back in the day, like you kind of had different styles to each game because of what each system kind of brought to its performance. So like if you're going to port some of these games, you could, if you can't make them look like they maybe originally do, put in a different art style, especially if it's not, they aren't being directly launched with the rest of the games. But I guess that also means putting in the extra work. And they'd rather just pump it out, throw it at people, and go, buy our games. Buy our games. Like I said, I know I have it. I know I have this damn meme. Oh, here it is. So yeah, it's good. I guess it's great and all. They're getting the Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth or whatever. But I mean, like this is just what I think of when with this whole remake, quote unquote remake stuff. Chapter 1, 2, and 3. You're getting it. You're paying for each individual one. Although they showed that the price is getting cheaper as you went along, when the prices I think are in reverse and getting more expensive, especially now with games costing up to $70 to $80. They haven't quite done this, although it wouldn't have surprised me, and I'm still waiting for the Save Aerith DLC. And they surprisingly haven't done anything like microtransaction-y, as far as I'm aware, for Gold Saucer. But I mean, they already do that in Final Fantasy 15, the MMO. So I mean, in a sense, it's there, it's out there. But I mean, you can't tell me that this isn't what they're doing. And also, just a in my opinion, just a lesser version of Final Fantasy 7. Old Sephiroth jumping timelines and multiversey bullshit. But oh, hello, Dan Blackred. How are you today? Says you can never get those first times back. That's 100%. I wish I could watch Thunderbolts again for the first time every day. You know, maybe with enough, if you consume. Never mind. I'm not going there. But yeah, since I'm not putting a whole lot of time with the Switch, I can't say I'm too gravitating towards some of those games. Like I said, the first one that they showed off, let me see if I can find the name again. This one at least looked interesting. Not that. I like the art. Like I said, art direction looks good. It's gonna show the name again. All right, Orbitals. That was it. But it did say it was a Switch exclusive, so I can only hope that it will eventually make its way to the PC. But I doubt it. If it is gonna be an exclusive, Nintendo tends to keep those pretty tight. But otherwise, like, I can't say that there was anything that really I mean, I just laugh with Turok here. They just can't seem to get those games right at all. And this is like a weird, like, I wanted to say like it was the way it was sounding was like an action almost MMO, but not quite in that style, free to play online sort of thing. I don't know. I'm trying to like match up with these and trying to make sure I'm checking these out and being up to date now as best as I can be, but man, it's just tough just to be like, yay. I mean, if there's something that looks like I like, I'll say so, but and I mean, hey, good. I'm glad everybody's getting more Bethesda slop. Especially that Fallout 4, guys. Oh, ZeniMax. Okay, they were putting that out. Anniversary edition. Anyway, that was the Nintendo Direct. Thought I'd check it out. This is kind of at a spur of the moment sort of thing. I wasn't expecting. I completely forgot it was even going on. I can't say I forgot. I didn't even really know. I just saw other people starting to stream, and I was like, oh shit, better jump on that. Better fire this up really quick. Anyway, I think we'll just call it at that. Like, there was one game that I thought was at least interesting looking, and I don't even have a Switch to. Otherwise, we'll just call it there. Thank you, Dan Blackbird, for showing up, sir. And of course, tonight I should be on Static 2020's channel for a weekend pregame, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Always fun and hilarity that goes on there. I probably should fire up a game stream today, at least at some point. But otherwise, also check out Nightmare's channel. He does his he should be doing his stream today, playing. I think he's supposed to be getting back to Just Cause 3. Otherwise, again, thank you for those that do show up for watching the replay. I wish I could add a little more for this whole Nintendo Direct, but hopefully let it be known what you found interesting from the games that were shown today in the chat and the comments, all that jazz. I'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye.